Hey everyone, today I'm going to talk to you about SoundSwitch. SoundSwitch is the DMX lighting software that is specialized for mobile DJs. It's been around for a few years now and you might be wondering, is it still a good option for mobile DJs? While SoundSwitch can be versatile and used for other applications besides mobile DJing, such as clubs and live bands, there might be other DMX lighting solutions that are easier to configure and easier to operate during performance time for those use cases. I'm going to focus my review solely on my experience with mobile DJing. Let me say that I'm not sponsored by SoundSwitch, I'm just a regular user that's been using the software since 2020, and if I found a better solution, I'd switch to it. In my day job as a software engineer, we're constantly switching technologies that are better equipped to solve the problem at hand. In fact, I've used many different DMX lighting solutions prior to discovering SoundSwitch. Everything from hardware DMX controllers to various software, sometimes paired with a MIDI pad. They all have the same issue. They required a lot of manual input. You had to push a button to make a thing happen. You'd have to push a button to sync the BPM or to change the chase or scene. While some people may prefer that, I wanted the ability to put my light show on autopilot. Because as DJs, we wear a lot of hats. We're making announcements, we're reading the room, we're performing transitions, we're dealing with awesome guests who sometimes have less than awesome song requests. Sometimes in the heat of a performance, I forget to push a button to sync my chases to the BPM of the current song. Sometimes I forget to change the chase for a few songs. Using the same chase for many songs in a row starts to make the light show feel a bit repetitive and stale. That's why I embraced SoundSwitch when I first discovered it. It allowed me to put my light show on autopilot. It's so simple during performance time. You boot up your DJ software, you boot up SoundSwitch, you turn on your lights, and that's it. SoundSwitch will automatically sync the BPM of the song currently playing in your DJ software to your chases, which are called auto loops in the SoundSwitch vernacular. It will also play through your auto loops at random to give variety. You can create custom scripted light shows for specific songs. What's even better is that you have the flexibility to write your scripts manually or even auto-script it. Auto-scripting is a SoundSwitch feature where the software analyzes the track and knows which fixtures you have configured, and it creates a light show for you. And mileage may vary with auto-scripting, but I highly recommend that you watch some tutorials to learn how to tweak the parameters to get the best results. I personally rely mostly on solid auto loop programming and a few manually scripted songs. But it is so cool that all you have to do to execute a custom light show is you just play the song in your DJ software. SoundSwitch has also released the Control One, a dedicated MIDI controller to control SoundSwitch. The buttons are labeled and mapped one-to-one with the software. This allows you to add some manual input to your show. You can trigger scenes, or rather static looks in SoundSwitch vernacular, or specific chases. Personally, I think a bit of manual input goes a long way, like hitting the strobe or cold sparklers during a drop. And anything you can do with the Control One, you can do in the software. So I've made the case that SoundSwitch makes life easy when it's time to perform. But what about when it's time to configure beforehand? SoundSwitch comes pre-configured with 32 auto loops that you can use right out of the box with minimal configuration. But if you're like me, you want to customize your light show, which means you'll have to do some programming. While I love that SoundSwitch looks and feels like a DAW, such as GarageBand or FL Studio, I wish programming in SoundSwitch were a little bit easier. SoundSwitch does come equipped with some preset effects that are easy to apply to your fixtures, such as intensity chases and color chases. But I find them to be a little bit limited, and I wish they had more preset effects. In addition to that, I wish you could create your own presets so that you could apply those to different songs, especially when you create a time-consuming chase with pixel mappable lights. That's why I focus more on having solid auto loops, because they'll be used more often during a performance as the software cycles through them at random. There's also some quirks with the copying and pasting that makes the light show creation a little bit more tedious, but I'm hoping that these issues will be addressed in future releases. And I'll be creating a video in the future on how to do pixel mapping in SoundSwitch. It's also worth noting that SoundSwitch only can control 2 universes, which is probably enough for most mobile DJs. One of the most requested features for SoundSwitch is an integrated visualizer, and I agree that having a visualizer is crucial for creating light shows, because let's be honest, It's a lot of work to set up all of your lights in the living room, and your roommate or partner is going to get sick of it at some point. And SoundSwitch has ArtNet out, which means that you can use a third-party visualizer. See my tutorial on how to set up SoundSwitch with GrandMA and MA3D for free. If you have a Mac, use a Windows machine to develop your shows and export them to your Mac to use for your performances. In conclusion, SoundSwitch works pretty good out of the box. The built-in auto loops, effects engine, and auto scripting features are pretty good. If you want to do custom programming, which isn't required to have a good light show, it can be extremely tedious, but being able to put your DMX lights on autopilot during a performance is a powerful concept, and it makes it worth the effort. As a multi-op, I can upload the latest show to our company Google Drive, and all of my DJs just download them. They turn on their lights at the gig, and we're all using the same light show. It's easier to operate so they can focus on other aspects of the job. I think SoundSwitch is ideal for mobile and wedding DJs and is probably the best current solution on the market. What other DMX solutions do you like? What's your experience been with SoundSwitch? Let me know your thoughts below. Please like and subscribe to the channel and have a great day.